Hey guys, how we doing? We're gonna try something a little different. We did Steel Battalion, I guess the week before last. I'm gonna try it again. I moved the camera around to try to get a little bit of visibility on the controller this time, because a couple of people had talked about wanting to see that a little bit more. I did not buy a tripod like I should have. So what I'm actually doing is stacking all of the boxes of stuff that we use for streaming onto the top of a desk and angling the camera over it going down. Now, the cable is taut enough that I'm pretty sure it can't fall forward. And it's laying on enough stuff to make sure it can't fall backwards. So we should be fine. At worst, at some point, it's not going to look very good. But you'll see the window at the bottom. It's perfectly sized, close to perfectly sized for the zoom screen, or what we usually use for the zoom screen when playing or when piloting. So that's why it's that size. Before we do a launch or ignition, I'll switch it over to full camera. Unfortunately, the size of my desk is about the size, or this desk is about the size of the controller, so I don't have a lot of mobility. And also the mic being here, you didn't see it last time, but the mic is completely in the way for me to see this area for me, which is why it keeps zooming in and out. So we'll see how this works. I really should have just bought like an $8 tripod, but we'll see how it rolls. Hey Sean, how are you? So I kind of want to warm up, maybe do one quick free mission. We'll just do the last level that we beat the last run. Pretty sure. Yeah. Because the naval port's the next level, and I don't want to go into that cold. So let's do this real quick. So, also, whenever we do a free mission, we can afford to die, which is excellent. Makes things a little bit nicer. I think we're good. It also lets us pick any of the tanks that we have. So, I think the default is the Decider? I think that's right. This is what you start out with. This is what we were using last time. So, obviously we haven't unlocked all of these. And these light ones are kind of neat, but they have really terrible visuals. I'm going to use the 2nd gen medium one, because it feels super good to play with, especially after going from the original VT. And we have the boombox. I don't remember what I can do with it. Oh man. Kabuki man. I think we're gonna go with working B, and we're just gonna live it. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about last time, where you can have more weapons on the better VTs. So we're a little bit over, but we're not so over that we're too bad off. But what's cool is we have a bunch of weapons, and we should be able to just kill it. I hope. Especially since we beat the level with the easy one last time. Or the harder VT. Sean, how's Lost Odyssey going? I still haven't got to watch the 3rd video. seemed like that was pretty good so far. Man, I didn't realize how much I missed that game until I started watching you play it. And like as soon as I saw Janice, I was just hooked again. Just needed to play all over again. Also, this camera is a very good way for you guys to just have to look at my dick for the whole time. So, it's a win-win. So, real quick, I'm going to do a full cam shot so we can watch everything lift off. So, just a real quick, this one right here controls your guns. This one right here moves you side to side. This here is a way to use communications. All of these buttons are super random. Like override manipulator is a way to pick things up with a grapple arm, or like a crane game essentially. Night scope. A lot of these, like line color change, we could probably use to make things a little more visual for our colorblind friends. I don't know what this button does. I don't know what the forecast shooting system is. These are all your toggle switches that you hear. Those are the real clicky ones. You've got your gear lever, which goes reverse, neutral, all the way to 5th. If you go into 5th, you're going to fall over. There's a little nub here that allows you to look without turning, which is real handy. Over here, you've got your main weapon button and a lock-on button. Lock-on's for missiles. And then this is your trigger, obviously. Over here, we've got your monitors, which you're not going to be able to see anymore. Well, you can see the main monitor at the top, but the sub-monitor is what's at the bottom, which is where we're actually going to put the camera stuff. So, no luck there. Main monitor zoom, we can zoom in and out. And we got this blinking button over here, which you guys can kind of see. This is the cockpit hatch. So the startup sequence is cockpit, ignition, flip a bunch of switches, and hit start. So let's light this bitch up. It's not as exciting whenever you can't see the screen at the same time, but at least you'll get a visual of this. And then the next time we do it, you'll actually be able to see everything. But yeah, lots of lights and ignition. And we'll switch back over to the camera. And there we go. I mostly drive around in first gear, sometimes second, because I'm a big baby and I'm real concerned about falling over all the time. And I'm totally okay with that guy going up there and taking some heat from me. There's no reason for me to get shot up. Oh. Just gonna light up these little guys. There we go. We'll kick it up to a little bit because we're gonna go straight. We're safe. Oh, sorry, and the main weapon button is what shoots your rockets. This is your sub-weapon trigger, which is primarily going to be your machine gun, primarily. Whoa! What has happened here? Are we going to drown? Maybe. Yep. We're too heavy. apparently. That was not good. We should have followed that guy a little bit closer, apparently. Oh well. Now we know. This is why we warm up. We don't jump into this live, because that would have been us losing a VT. We don't need that. Okay, so it's not the best way to start out, but we'll give it another go. Let's go into campaign. Maybe we were only on level 2 before. Oh, no? We're good. Yeah, we beat level 2. That's why we did not recognize the bridge situation. Okay, so let's remember that communications 3 is request supply. Because if we run out of ammo, we're going to need that. I've been digging around on Craigslist and even the Southeast Missouri Craigslist, because I know my sister's going down there this weekend trying to find a like cheap junk TV to take to play Street Fighter with at that game place. So far, everybody in the world seems to think that their garbage 32-inch TVs are still worth $150, even though like there's something wrong with them and they're used and may or may not even be full 1080p. So we're gonna let this ride for a little bit. I'm gonna send a guy an offer for about like a third of what he, well, 2/3 of what he wants this weekend, and see if we can't scramble something together. Because I've gotten used to taking the PlayStation with me everywhere I go, whenever we do like Saturday night fights over at Chris's and whatnot, so that's not an issue. We're gonna go a little faster this time. But the TV that I'm streaming on right now is like 20 inches. It is not great. It is not the kind of thing that you would want to take with you to event to have multiple people play on. It could be a secondary unit maybe, but not a primary. And then like the extra TV I have in my bedroom is kind of a pain to unravel, and there's a thing messed up with the aspect ratio, so like I use it to watch Godzilla movies before I fall asleep, or as I fall asleep. At best I'm watching Dune. So, also not the best for bringing around. So hopefully what we're going to find, we're going to kick this up to 3, fire missile. That guy does not seem to be moving. I'm going to go ahead and switch my sub monitor to lock on. You can't see it, but that guy is taking it. Uh-oh. Man, I sure do hope that we made it far enough. Doesn't look like it, guys. Looks like we fell off the bridge again. This guy can't swim. I don't even know how he's getting his out of his cockpit whenever he's in the water like that. Okay, so we did the same thing again, only we did it faster. Still fell off. I don't think there's another way to get over there. I think we just have to go super fast, which is not how I want to play this game. But apparently it's how we're going to have to. We'll take the right side. We'll kick it into 3 immediately. Sometimes just go for it. So now we have to buy a VT. Oh, but we've got 1,500 supply points, so we're not doing too bad. We can afford to buy a regular one. I'm just gonna stick with the one that we know. That one doesn't have a good fuel tank. Okay. But anyway, the plan right now is to try to find a cheap TV, start going up to metagames. We went up on Monday, Josh and I, and unfortunately, none of the Street Fighter people were there. But they do have like probably 10 people playing Melee, and probably, I don't know, like six CRT TVs for those, which is pretty impressive, to be honest. And then they've probably got about 6 setups for Smash Wii U, which is clearly the game that they are primarily running. It's the only one that I saw that actually had any sort of tournament setup going on. But the Melee kids were also recording all their stuff, so they seemed fairly serious. But unfortunately, they said that the Street Fighter and like other fighting game people are pretty intermittent, so we're gonna have to take matters into our own hands and see what happens. And at worst, I will have a better TV for playing up here and streaming. So it's really a win-win for me. Okay, we need to go faster or we're gonna die again. But yeah, if you look at the map at the top, there's clearly not a better way. There's not... maybe there's a way around that corner? It doesn't necessarily look like you can get over there, though. We're at 4 right now. So, faster than we want to be. I'm gonna spray these tanks down a little bit. This is not gonna be good. We're gonna get lit up. Okay, but we did make it across the bridge. I'm gonna concern myself with this fella over here. Clearly the correct choice. Okay, that is a mess up there, but we still have a VT. Yeah, they are not doing a good job of killing that guy. They are doing a good job of getting in my line of sight, though. Here we go. Pop them. Okay. It's showing up like there's a guy right underneath me. I'm assuming that he was just a regular tank, though. We're gonna slowly turn around. And we're gonna go after these guys on the hill, I guess. I can't... Oh, they are tank VTs. I was hoping that they were some sort of encampment of guns, like a pillbox, like we saw on a couple levels ago. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna just light this guy up. Okay, that's one. Whoa. Oh man. Go, 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 go. This is not looking good for us today, guys. They're funneling us right off of that, off of the bridge, and then there's just 3 of us standing right in front of 6 guys. We're gonna end up using all of our lives, or money. Stop hesitating on your actions. Sometimes it's important to just go for it. That's what I was doing. Assault vicinity of the broadcast station. So, I mean, there are levels where they just want you to get to a place. I don't feel like that's what we're doing here. It seems like I need to kill those guys. Obviously, they blew me up. Yeah, shit is not going super well for us, if I'm being honest. We've done better. I mean, really, the issue is we did so well last time. It's unfair to assume that we were going to do that well again. This is why people don't beat this game. This is also why we don't have mechs in the army. It's just real difficult. You fall off the bridge every fucking time. All you'd have to do is build bridges. This guy's in my way. Kick it up to 4. Hope that this goes better than last time. Already got tone. And look at that. If he shoots a rocket at me, there's really not much I can do about it. Ugh. I mean, that worked, but it didn't feel good. Okay, so now we're gonna fight this guy. We're gonna circle strafe him and pop down to 3. Okay. Where is the broadcast station? I hope it's this big yellow thing in front of me, because that's where we're going. They definitely don't want me over here. We are safe. Oh. Oh. Maybe not safe. Oh no. Sub-weapon switch. Okay, we're out of machine guns, is the issue here. Oh, and that was dead on. We need to be more mobile. We're gonna strafe this guy. We're gonna try to strafe his buddy. Oh, he's juking. Get you some rockets. Okay. So, we are definitely in the heart of this city. We do not have much going for us. Being out of machine guns is real bad. Let's take this next street up. See, I'm imagining that those are going to be a bunch of little tank guys. Yeah, they're coming. Okay. That clears out the rest of the city. So, I guess presumably all that's left are the guys that we skipped at the beginning. And we can only assume that they're dead.
Do you copy? Over.
Are our friends dead? Oh, what is this? Oh god. There's a situation on this hill. Oh, man. Well, perhaps we didn't have to go and do all that. Maybe we have to go to the hill. I don't know, because I don't feel like we're getting really good instructions on how this is supposed to work. We escaped, though. We still haven't died. We're using all of our money. Not dead. I don't know why he thinks that I'm hesitating at this point. I just left my guys to die to go and run down this entire town. Let's watch this again. Yes. There's a river. We went to the objective point before. So, we're going to try the right side this time and see if that works better. Make sure you read the communication and supply sections of the manual. Well, here's the situation. I'm pretty sure the manual's been lost for some time now. I may have to get a PDF. We'll just load it onto the Kindle. Go from there. That switch is getting weak. It's not clicking as hard as it should. I hope that doesn't become an issue.
This is Oscar 3 to Argus. Do you copy? Over.
This is Argus. I read you, Oscar 3. Over.
So we're just gonna go straight to the weak side. I don't know that it really matters though, because I mean we already went through the whole city, unless I was just supposed to drive to the end of the city.
This is Oscar 3 to Argus. Do you copy? Over.
This is Argus. I read you, Oscar 3. Over.
This is Oscar 3 to Argus. Do you copy? Over.
This is Argus. I read you, Oscar 3. Over.
Wagon Master, this is Oscar 3. Do you copy? Over.
This is Wagon Master. Oscar 3, what is it?
I really just would like to know how to get them to come to me.
This is Argus. I read you, Oscar 3. Over.
Okay, so there were clearly a bunch of dudes going the other direction too. But for some reason, we didn't run into any of them whenever we made it to the city. So they must have all died. This way is more open, which is nice. Okay, we are wrecking face right now. Which probably means we're gonna die soon. The rocket should, yeah. There we go. Let's take on this guy. That hurt. Oh, we went into the water. We walked off the cliff as we were circle strafing. As we gunned down like 7 VTs. Maybe today is not our day. At this point, we have lost so much money that I feel as though sticking with this character may be a mistake. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and run this light VT so you guys can kind of see the difference. We'll do this one between what we were using before, which is medium, a 3000 point one, versus, let's do this 2000 point light one. I'm trying to remember if it shows the visuals, because I kind of want to show off the difference between like the black and white ones versus the color ones. I wonder if the 1500 one is the black and white one, because it's the poverty medium VT. I'll try a light first. Looks like a weird looking Dayashi. We'll just go with default. We'll hope that he has enough stuff to fight. Or we'll just start melee and stuff. I imagine that one of those things with the little melee arm that you saw me accidentally do, we could just see how effective a melee build is. See if we can't max out armor. Don't use weapons. Just use rockets. The problem is I don't think you can even fight the tanks that are on the ground, like the regular tanks, unless you have a ranged weapon. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Okay. Oh yeah. This looks like it's black and white so far. Yeah, here we go. So this is what some of the poverty Gundams look like. So you can't... Yo, you can change line color. It's just... none of it's good. You're a lot faster in the light one. Right now I'm in 3, and you're less likely to fall over, which is cool. Still, and if you saw right there, I boosted and I just kind of kept going, which is cool, as opposed to the other ones. Even the sounds are a little bit, like, a little bit worse. Okay, it does not look like I have a melee weapon. I don't know what this is. We'll figure it out. So the problem is I look at the mini-map a lot because it shows where things are and what things are doing. And blue things are good guys and orange things are bad guys. So I know that this guy is a good guy because he's coming from behind. Otherwise, I would have no idea. But everything moves quite a bit faster. I'm shaking so hard. I need to pave this road. I was trying to explain to Hawkeye, like how Poverty Gundams work, and about how like they actually make the graphics worse. Okay, so I don't have a rocket launcher. I just have like a heavy machine gun. I don't know how well that'll work. Also, my guy barely moves in the water. I'm gonna tell you right now that I think maybe playing as a light on this mission may have been a mistake. We're lighting this guy up as much as we can, though. I don't think it's gonna matter. I don't even know who shot that guy, but I'll finish him off, unless he was just in my line of sight to this dude. Okay, that's 2. Pretty sure that there's a guy behind me, but I need to make a wide turn to get over there. Also, I'm turning in 4th gear, and I'm not falling. So that's your main differences in your lights versus your mediums. Also, the stability of the medium was obviously better because anytime I'm moving, I'm shaking all over the place. Going in between these two guys, which seemed like a bad... Oh, get away from the water. You don't want to fall off again. That would look bad to do twice in a row. You really can't tell what I'm doing, but I'm definitely shooting him a lot. Also, okay, we're not done yet. Oh, I have a grenade launcher. Oh. So there we go. We didn't make it. That's Poverty Gundam. It's kind of weird to see the video, or the little watercolor pop back up in real color after staring so intently on that black and white. Okay, so we've got one more guy worth of money. Obviously, we're not keeping this game. We're gonna have to start over. Hopefully wiser. I will probably try to find out what you're actually supposed to be doing on these. I'm gonna buy our normal one, and what we're gonna do is try to melee. I think that's the best plan. arms. Okay. I think that is the melee. Yeah, that's the melee weapon. Can I get a better melee weapon? Oh, we can get smoke. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Let's get rid of... Oh, I can't do that. Okay, let's get rid of our machine guns. We've got 12 smoke grenades, it looks like. I don't think I've ever used smoke grenades, but at least we'll get to see what they look like in color. So we'll use smoke grenades and the what looks to be like a plasma fist. What do we got up here? What can we change to make this more ridiculous? See, that looks like a shotgun to me. Let's get rid of everything we don't need. I mean, all of these look like regular things, but this looks like a shotgun. It's either a shotgun or the weirdest looking double barrel rocket launcher. I don't know what armed means. And I cannot get... Oh, fuel tank quantity armed. Gotcha. Well, we're going to need all of the fuel. We can't use optional armor. So let's see how this goes. Maybe that shotgun will be cool. Maybe we can, like, quick switch. Oh, man. If it is a shotgun and we can shotgun and then melee... That seems pretty cool. I mean, we're slow as balls, so I don't know that that's going to be effective, but it's worth a shot. Especially if we're going to lose anyway. May as well let you see what happens whenever you die. I'm pretty sure that it's just a burned up parachute. It's been a minute, though. I don't die as often as I just run out of money and have to restart. Alright, this is the run. Okay, so it's a burst rifle, essentially. Sub... Shock the shit out of them. Let's knock down that. Well, can't knock down a tree. Also, we got stuck on this terrain a little bit. Fine, chill out. Okay, we're gonna wait for our buddies a little bit though. Let's go ahead and see what happens whenever we fire a smoke. We can lock on. Oh, that does not shoot very far. And that does not stay smoking long enough. Okay. That guy's going. And it shoots 3 at the same time. We only have 12. Let's get in. Okay, we know there's more guys to the left than there are to the right, so let's get on to the right of our little convoy. Kick it up to 3. Jump into the water. So because we don't have like a ranged weapon, we can't lock on. I think if we switch back to smoke, yeah, if we're at smoke, we can absolutely lock on. Oh. Okay, that did a good job. Okay, already this is not panning out well. We are stuck next to that little guy, little set of tanks. I cannot force myself to go faster. We're just gonna take this guy. We're just gonna go after the first one that we see. Light you up. Ah. We can't. Yeah, you better stand up again. Oh man. You got trapped. That was fairly effective. What sucks is I apparently cannot shoot my my big shotgun thing. What happens is, because I don't have the ability to lock on, it makes it where I accidentally ejected. That was my fault. Sorry. But yeah, because we can't lock on, it's not, and we're using the melee weapon, it's not giving us a targeting. Like, it looks like I have a target reticle, but it's not shooting. You can hear it shoot, and you can see my reticle on the screen. And you only have one reticle, but it's not shooting towards the reticle. And I'm not locking on, so it's not locking on to anything and shooting. So, presumably, I'm just firing into the ground, or firing directly in front of me, but, I mean, even then, it didn't look like it was coming out. So I don't know what happened there, other than my incredible disappointment. It was cool to knock a dude down. I'm disappointed that I can't kill him while he's on the ground if I only have a melee weapon. But if you're only fighting one-on-one, the full reverse, wait for him to stand up, and then knock him down again technique seemed solid. So I guess that's what we gained from this session, is that if you go full melee, don't use the smoke, you can't shoot, use the reverse boost. That's what we got. That's a little unfortunate. You have disappointed me. As of today, you are dismissed from your duties as a VT pilot, and you will be reassigned to a service in the rear. Didn't know you were such a loser. Have fun pushing pins. I think it should be pushing paper. Also, it seems like that's less on the front line and a little safer, but I mean far less glory than Gundam Pilot. But that is a strong game over. Didn't know you were such a loser. That's up there with Friday the 13th, all of your friends are dead. Well, don't need to replay that. So I guess that's a good place to end for today. At the end of our life, we'll do a little bit of research, try to find some best strats, and get better before we tackle this again. And I'll roll another character and get it back up to that level so we don't have to backtrack. Because that would be really, really depressing. And we'll go from there. So the August PS Plus games came up today, or yesterday, and we got Just Cause 3. And I was trying to remember, Sean, if you had streamed some Just Cause 3 or not. I have played Just Cause, and maybe like an hour of 2. I'm not sure. I would say maybe not even an hour of 2. But it was pretty entertaining. I like going from area to area and just like fucking shit up and doing stupid stuff. And it seemed like 3 went out of its way to do that even better. So, I may play some of that soon. Oh, cool. I didn't want to play a game that you had already played, Sean. I don't want to saturate the market. But maybe mess around with that some this weekend. I got some chores to have to deal with later this week. So maybe I'll get to play some Saturday, or maybe I'll be in the backyard cutting down limbs for a day, because it's supposed to be like high 70s, and I've been putting it off for a month or so. Also, we got to do some serious Street Fighter training. I've played at least a little bit the past 3 days. Instead of I need to expand my chat, Josh. I can't tell what you're... Sorry, I messed up mashing buttons trying to move stuff around to see what you were saying, Josh. And I've actually been talking for like 2 minutes before I realized it. It's one of those days. I just died like 7 times. But, you know, what do you do? I don't know about DCUO. I've lived that life before. I lived it hard. As hard as you could. I had 2 max level characters and I was working on gearing up. But, there's just not a lot of interesting in-game to that game. I would be interested in playing Tokiden 2 online with you, which is another free-to-play PlayStation 4 game. It looks like Monster Hunter and Dynasty Warriors put together, so it might be something to play around with. I haven't tested it yet. I just played with the character creator. So, it may suck. Maybe. But it may be something to start training for Monster Hunter with. Because I feel like we should all start deciding what kind of role we want to play. Today, Cheap Ass Gamer posted that Monster Hunter Generations, which is the one after the one that I have, was on sale for like $15. And I thought, hey, maybe I should play this game too. I really need to get as far along as I can. I gotta get my timing down. Josh, you need to learn how to play the game at all. I feel like how much you've played Dark Souls, you should be good at it by now. Pretty sure Sean's already in. I think we probably have like 4 people that would play. But we'll see. But I'm gonna go ahead and pop downstairs and get all this stuff moved back over, so I have a desk again, less of this, and probably play a couple rounds of Street Fighter. I haven't got to use the stick since I fixed everything, and I'm not sure if I like the dust cover or not because it feels sharp. I don't know if I'm gonna touch it as much as I did whenever I was setting it up, but I might. And I feel like that could cause some unnecessary wrist injuries. But, thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll see you soonish. Talk to you sooner. Later.